Hello, everyone. Just waiting to see who all will show up. In a few minutes, we will be talking about the Donald Hartung trial and maybe the FOTUS doulos stuff that's going on today, or whatever you want to talk about. We'll give it a minute and see who comes on in. Hello, Nana. Hi, Nancy. Very cool. Good to see y'all. Hi, Diane. Rachel. What a day, eh? Oh, I sounded like I was from Canada for a second. Hi, Outback. Edna. There's my Edna. Hello, Edna. So I'll have the debrief up in a little bit. It's uploading now. The rest of Hartung for today will be up in a little bit as well. I kind of mentioned a little bit in chat about my thoughts on where I'm at in the case. And I can now hop off the fence. And even though my gut says, like you can't go on feelings, so that would be my gut. But my gut says he's guilty, but the evidence just didn't prove it to me. There was too much exclusion as far as I could tell. I don't know what you thought about that. And that was in response to Rachel's comment. It says, I'm still trying to process the DNA testimony. So let me 1 second. I need to do one thing with the stuff I'm uploading. This is why I wanted to wait until I got it uploaded, because I knew I would have to do other stuff and I get distracted. So let's see here. Give me 1 second. No, that's the debrief. There we go. Okay. Okay, that's ready. All right, back to y'all. Okay, so Rachel says, I've been watching the whole trial but not chatting because it's been so busy, but I agree, Eddie. I believe he did it, but based on evidence alone, I would not be able to convict. And I think if you were going to convict somebody on demeanor, then we would go with that. But since we can't, that's not how things work. But I wonder how many times in a jury do they kind of take, their own feelings into consider, and even though they're not supposed to, they're supposed to rely on the evidence. That is difficult. It's easy for, as the 13th juror, to sit here and say, no, I would be able to, but you're not in that jury room. So it will be an interesting day tomorrow. I'll have closings in the morning. Body language. You mean as far as Nancy? You mean as far as his body language? For me, he just sits there and kind of whispers in the ears and stuff. There's not really a lot there, but that's kind of sort of how he was in the interview as well. So I'm thinking that's his demeanor. I tried to, if that person that was in chat today was part of the family, I wanted to ask them about that, but I wasn't sure if that was truly a family member or not, you know? So, because they were answering questions, but it was very easy questions that anybody could pretend to be a family member would answer. So I don't know, but I wanted to know what his demeanor was like on a daily basis as a family member. Right. Nana Pam says, who else had the motive and the means? Also, the timing all makes sense. Yes, but the evidence, the DNA evidence, that really, there's too much exclusion. It didn't point to him. Hi, Carolyn Dillman. Nancy says, eating candy to keep my mouth shut. No, don't keep your mouth shut. You can say whatever you want. That's fine. We're here to have fun. That's the thing. If I were in his position and I was on trial, they would have to tell me not to look at the pictures because I probably would. Let's see. So we'll go with Rachel first. She says, I read all 3 obituaries today to see a list of surviving relatives, but they didn't list any, so I couldn't verify if they were indeed related. Okay. Yeah, I kind of sort of tried to look that up myself too, but I didn't get very far. So Nancy says he seemed amazed when the photos were shown. Yeah, I don't know. What is the best thing to do if you're a defense attorney? What is the best thing to do? How would you instruct your client to handle the situation? I'll give you an example. The most horrendous case was the one with the baby in the swing and the maggots and all that stuff. I remember the defense attorney, the defendant was looking at the screen or at the monitor when they were showing the autopsy photos or the crime scene photos. And I remember his attorney reached over, whispered in his ear, and he kind of looked at his attorney, turned back around and put his head down like, oh, okay, he was just told not to look, and put his head down. So he had to be told, I think, I'm not saying it's not how it is, but to me it looked like he had to be told in that moment, don't look so much at the pictures, put your head down. That's the feeling I got from that. So I'm wondering how, if that is something that defense attorneys do. We're talking about the Donald Hartung case that our network, Law and Crime Network, is showing. Yes, Diane. Diane says that was so sad. I believe you're talking about the one I was just mentioning. or whatever the name of it was. The baby, little Sterling. That's all I can remember. Baby Sterling. I don't need to remember anything else. Just baby Sterling. Ugh, that was a rough one. Yeah, I had to blur out those photos. I don't usually have a problem with any autopsy or any body photos or anything like that, but having, yes, those photos, whew, oh, yeah, I had to blur all those out. That was rough. Yes. One second, let me check and see what's going on with my uploads. They're still uploading. Imagine that. Hi, Aldi. Yes, last update here. I'll hold on one second. I'll grab it. I have to find though. I retweeted it. Where is it? Where's my retweet? This is the last one I saw on Photos Doulos. I'll just. This was about 26 minutes ago, about 30 minutes ago. So he had to go be put in a hyperbaric chamber. And that's the last, I think, on it so far. So that's where he is. There's I'm thinking so. He was in critical condition, but they're gonna immediately put him in the hyperbaric chamber. So we'll see what happens with that. Yeah, I don't know what, what critical condition, like how critical or whatever is. That's the last I saw that I've seen on it so far. I did not see that. She says, I saw the footage of when they dragged him out of the garage and started CPR. Did not see that, but I saw. It's probably, if I scrolled back in the tweets, I'd probably see it. But I saw the tents over top of that area. Right. Carolyn says, my ex passed out due to CO2 poisoning and he has lived 20 years. Did it affect him in any way, mentally? Or, I mean, did he have any cognitive issues after that? Was there any noticeable diminishment? Ugh. And I wonder how, yes, I was going to say, I wonder how long, Fotis was out before he was found. Yeah, I don't know, because we don't know what time he went in or how long he was out. Oh, so he was, before he was found, then Carolyn says he was out, her husband, ex-husband, sorry, was out 5 or 6 hours. Hi, JR. Yes, this is Addie Law. It's me. Little old me. One of these days, like I keep saying everything, soon I will be doing, or I'll be on camera. But really what I am hiding is the fact that there's a Christmas tree behind me because it still needs to be put away in the furnace room. And I don't want anyone to see it. uh, so we're looking at, see here. Okay, here comes the debrief. Boom, there's the debrief. Copy. Hold on one second. Let me get Aaron's tweets done. And Aaron's tweet is out. And I need to fix a page. 1 second. Yes, you're hearing me working in the background of the network. Okay. Okay. There. Aaron's debrief is up. That's all taken care of. Sorry about that. Let's see. Oh, Hartung, or here, let me. So the guy today looks so different from the initial interviews. Yeah, I noticed that in some cases, some people who are in jail for a while, they either, obviously, I mean, this is maybe a duh comment, but they either go one of two ways. They either go up the scale or down the scale. And I think he went down the scale. He probably is not too fancy on commissary cuisine. And so he probably doesn't eat as much as some of the others who enjoy commissary cuisine. Okay. Oh, my tree. Oh, here you go. Wait. She says, last year I didn't take my tree down until Easter. That was only because my sister did it for me. No, it's the tree is down. It's just not. It's in my office instead of in the furnace room. And so is all the Christmas stuff. We have shelving that we're putting in, and we're redoing the furnace room, and I have to organize it. And so the Christmas stuff is still in here. But we have shelving by season in our furnace room. So each of the holidays, it's easy to get to. But we just started doing that. Let's see here. Nana Pam says, it would be something if he wrote a note telling everything because he thought he was going to die and ends up surviving. Oh, Fotis Doulos. Yeah, I forgot to even put Fotis Doulos in the description of what we were going to talk about. But yeah, I can't remember in that case. Has her body never been found? The Fotis Doulos case? I can't remember. And Carolyn says, whoops, Carolyn says, CO2 survivors do have an increased risk for certain things, but nothing super serious. Okay. Welcome back, JR. The topic is, right now, we're kind of vacillating back and forth between Fotis Doulos and Donald Hartung. Did you see the testimony today, JR? Oh, somebody made a point about Donald Hartung probably has nobody putting money in his commissary. That could be. If the people who are in our chat are actually family, I can understand that. Seems like they're quite upset with him, if that's the case. I take everything I read in our chat as far as that as with a grain of salt. When I tell Kathy about, possible family member in chat or whatever, that's how I usually state it. Possible, because we don't know. Okay, JR, the both sides rested today. Was it today? Both sides, yeah, today, defense rested today, and closings will be in the morning. No problem. Top says I missed testimony today because of FD. We'll have to catch up. No problem. The second part is going up now. I have it uploading. LDOT says, okay, I am suspicious because of his making them food. Yes, that was if that could be the mode of transportation for getting the Benadryl in them. You think so? If that's the case, I mean that's something to look at, I guess. So Outback says, whoops, where'd you go? There you are. Outback says, I know it's a way out theory, but I wonder if Donald's son might have done this. I do have doubts. And I think the DNA testimony really did put doubts on, I think that poked holes in the prosecution's theory. I mean, where the exclusion of all the, DNA and stuff like that of him. And some of the stuff about how, was he thinking that if he piled on tons of clothing and stuff that he could cause decomposition to happen faster? I just don't really know if I think he thought that through. And Edna on Fotis Doulos says Doulos reminds me of Drew Peterson. He killed his ex-wife, Kathleen, and then told his wife, Stacy. She disappeared, and it is believed he killed her too and got rid of the body. So, or she has yet to be found. So Doulos' wife has yet to be found. Is that what I'm reading? Or Peterson? Drew Peterson totally wigged me out. That guy, I remember him. And so Veronica asks, how long do you think the jury will deliberate for? I feel like way longer because of the lack of definitive evidence that he's guilty. I think so too. I don't think this is going to be a quick one. I don't think so. I think it's going to go hours. And I just my feeling on it is that it's going to be hung. not to put that in the universe, but I don't know if the jurors are paying attention to the evidence and not, go in their own thoughts, then they would see the evidence is lacking, in my opinion. I don't feel like the prosecution brought a strong case at all. And I'm going to go with L. Dot. Says, Edna, Drew, to me, might have killed Stacy's mother, who went missing years before her. Huh. Interesting thought. Okay, thank you, Edna. Edna says both cases the wife hasn't been found. So Doulos probably was thinking he was going to take that to his grave. Now he'll be on suicide. If he makes it through, he'll be on suicide watch. And Edna says that she agrees with L. Dot 100%. When L. Dot was saying that he might have killed Stacy's mother, who went missing years before her. I always felt like Drew Peterson was a wound up type person, angry cop. That's, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but that's my thought during that. Well, we're touching on a lot of stuff today. And Rachel says, I never knew her mom was missing before her in regards to Drew Peterson. And I didn't either. Stuff like that just gives me the heebie-jeebies. Let me see. I need to check real quick on. There we go. So here comes the second part, or the rest of today's testimony is being published now. There you go. Okay, all the uploads are done. Nana Pam says Nancy she was thinking about the Segura trial also. It seemed to her that they didn't prove that case either. Henry Segura, that's the five children one, correct? Oh, I felt like that one was I felt all the way through that one that it was the way it turned out was the correct verdict. Okay, Edna says, I had to laugh, though, at the stupidity of Drew Peterson when he tried to do a murder for hire against the DA. He's definitely not the sharpest knife in the drawer. I remember. Oh, the tub one. Oh, that one was just, oh, that's right. See, I tend to get them mixed up sometimes. Very sad. L. says, from what I've seen, not positive proof and not getting room temps, big mistake. You mean in the for the evidence collection? Is that what you're talking about, L. Oh yes, thank you, Nancy. Nancy was reminding me of which one Segura was. She says twins and the 3-year-old in the tub and killed his ex. Yes. Oh, I felt like he did that to her, the ex first. I don't know. So, anyway, well, it will be an interesting day, and hopefully I can concentrate and pay attention to closings. I'm interested to see what happens with Fotis Dulos tonight. No, it was. Oh, still the stuff about him, Fotis being dead, is still people still retweeting that. No, no. Sorry, that's oopsie news from hours ago. Yeah. No. Okay, so no latest updates from what I can see on the Dulos thing. Dulos. Oh, where'd it go? There it is. That's the one. Carolyn asked, any updates on Michelle F. that killed her BFF for her baby? Oh, the one, the Broussard case. I haven't heard anything. Let me see. Heidi Broussard, is that the one you're talking about? Okay, see, I have the. Let me see. Breaking 21. So 27 minutes ago, a capital murder charge was filed against in the Heidi Broussard's case. Megan Firamusca has been charged with murder. So yes, there is update on that. I'm gonna retweet this. Hold on a second. Let's see. Okay. There you go. I retweeted it. So, okay. Nana says, Crystal Lee Kenny was sentenced today for her part in the murder of Kelsey Barrett. I can't remember. I think that the network reported on that. I think I remember hearing Linda say it. Linda Kinney Bodden, I think. Yeah, Megan. Megan has some strange spelling. She's got several different names and an odd spelling, but I just remembered it by the the lady Heidi Broussard. Besides, I had it in my Twitter thingy. I didn't know much about the. I think Aaron Keller has been reporting on the Kelsey Barrett case quite a bit. It may even be in the debrief. I'm not sure. I only got through the first part of the debrief. Don't tell him that. Okay. Well, excuse me. Yes, we love El. Yes, Aaron's a buddy. He's my buddy. I can finally tell the story. He sent me a box of mugs for it's for the employee mugs for law and crime. You know, the ones that they put up. You know, they'll use it, put them around the studio and whatnot. Well, he sent me 2 of them, and unfortunately, when I received them, they were shards. I had law and crime mug shards. I was like, no, no. It took me 2 months before I had the gumption to tell him. He asked me, so did you ever get a mug? I said, I've been waiting to tell you some bad news. And I have a picture of them, and I showed him the picture. He's like, oh crap. Oops. So yeah, he's a sweetheart. We have some great hosts, awesome guests. I'm in great company, and we have one of the best executive trial producers. All this information that I post in the chat, the majority of what I post and what I say comes from Kathy Russin. She is, when I know I say her name a lot, but she has an amazing mind when it comes to remembering facts. She is very good at it. Facts on multiple cases at once. Oh, there was bubble wrap, but unfortunately, when the first shards happened, they popped all the. It was those pillow, those pillow. It looked like a long thing of pillow, a chain of pillows. That's what was in the box. So it didn't make it. Yeah. The funny thing is, that's not the first time that's happened, because when Kathy and I were on Court Chatter, and our moderators, or KK and all of us, were Court Chatter, Kathy sent everybody mugs for Court Chatter, and the same thing happened. She did. One did make it though. I have one. I have a Court Chatter mug, but yeah, I got shards in that box too. So you gotta wrap those things in like newspaper on inside and out, and if you can do diapers, that would work really well. Put the mugs in a diaper. Hi. Oh, hi, Danette. Yeah, sorry, I'm yakking away. You had a great group tonight. This is awesome. Hopefully I'm not too boring. It'll be even better when I can feel good about showing my face. Right now, I can give you a sneak peek, but it would be horrible. Oh. I'm much less boring in text. Well, we enjoy your company too, Danette. Thank you for showing up. I like this one. Wait a second, where'd it go? Where did you? Oh, there it is. This one. Whatever. uh, wait, Scott who? Aw, thank you. Wait, who's Scott, Nana? Scott, I don't. Ooh, I don't know. I don't know who that is. Should I? Oops. I'll have to look that up when I'm done. I was laughing at this one. Oh, I butchered his name. I'm worse. I don't even know who it is. Oh, True Guy, Prime Guy. Okay. Oh, there's one my husband follows. Um, it's called The Legal or something like that. I don't remember, but he's really good too. Maybe I'm thinking of the wrong thing, but there's this one guy. Yeah. Hey, honey. Hey, honey. Nah, he's got the headset on. Can't hear me. Doesn't I think I'll have to see. I have him in my let me take a look. I have him. I'm subscribed to him in my main account. Hold on. I think it's the Legal Eagle, not to be confused with Bob Bianchi's Legal Beagle. You guys seen Don Bob Bianchi's dog, Holly, the Legal Beagle? She is so cute. Let's see here. He, this legal guy that I follow, my husband and my son got me hooked on him. Uh, yeah, legal. It's just typed legal. That guy's great. He last one he did was on the impeachment, and I don't mind talking about politics in my room. I either don't do or don't. Doesn't matter to me. I don't care. I just don't in the other one because it causes problems. So, but I can say what I wanted in here. I'm not. I can honestly say I am not a Trump fan. There you go. I didn't burst into flames. I know. I know. What? Say what 5 times? The legal part? I can barely. I'll strain my tongue saying it twice. Oh, the I don't know what his actual name is, but he's really good. He kind of reminds me of Jesse Weber. our morning host, who is an attorney. This one sounds, that one sounds familiar. He may have, I wonder if he's ever come in our room, and I hope I haven't tried to boot him. Hope not. Oh, Jesse Weber's a sweetheart. I met him in person. Very, very, very sweet. They all are. I've met several of them last year in May. But yeah, Jesse's awesome. I love some of his tweets with his dad. Both of them have impeccable dressing. Welcome to the club. There you go, top. You're what, jealous of? Oh, eh. Jesse, his outfits are just adorable. I've seen him I'm friends with him on Facebook, and his outfits, oh my gosh, he and his dad are so cute. And then you get them together, how adorable. I don't know if that's a good thing to say about a guy, but no one tell him I said this. I don't go to CrimeCon. Kathy went 2 years ago, and this year Linda Kenny Bodden is going to represent the network, Law and Crime Network, and her husband, Dr. Michael Bodden, will be there as well. I would love to go. I don't usually, it depends on how bad the crowds are. I kind of have a problem with crowds. Not really a fan of them. Lots of people. I'm back, crowd noises, the mumbling and all that stuff. Ugh, I would have to wear headphones. I grew up in a religion where we did conventions, and I know that when I was little, I was always, they thought I was just being bratty. It turns out it was, growing up, finding out with the autism that it was meltdowns because of the amount of people. So, yeah. If you hear a weird noise, that's my husband's phone. I think CrimeCon would be interesting. Yes. But I do think that Linda will be there representing. I think I saw it on her. I saw it on the CrimeCon. I know Dr. Bodden is going to be there. I think Linda is representing us. Did you hear it? That was my husband's phone. It scares me. It makes me think something bad is happening. It is. Um, it's the chitter chatter. I have an issue with chitter chatter. Lots of people buzz, 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 buzz around me. Yeah, Trisha and Kathy and I are friends with Trisha. Trisha's a sweetheart. We're friends on Facebook too. I wanna meet her. She almost was gonna move here locally where I'm at. She never did, but she was thinking about it. Yes, sweetheart. I love her voice. She has one of the best voices. So Edna says, I'm an Oxygen Network fan and would love to see the Cold Justice team. I think we got, do we? I can't know, maybe do. I was thinking we had something on Oxygen. We got something going on. I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm thinking of A&E. I don't know. I think Dan Abrams is pretty much the ruler of A&D. Do you agree? He has so many shows now. It's awesome. I am a member of the Web Sleuth one. Occasionally I'll try and go and read, but the site for me with my issues and too much information at once, and I love this has nothing to do with Trisha or anything, but there's a lot of information over there, and I get very panicky when I'm trying to look for something. So I'm easy to, oh nope, gotta back out of here. Too much. So I have the same problem with Reddit. I can't read Reddit either. I want to, but I keep going over there and it's like, oh nope, too much. No, no, I'm weirder than all of you. I've got you beat in the weird department. Edna, I love it. Edna says Court Cam is the best TV show ever. It's doing really well. I'm hoping the ratings are as good as Live PD. We should have more of our stuff on Court Cam. Keep a lookout for more law and crime stuff on there. As far as the trials and stuff that we are covering. Okay, so Danette asks, did you hear about Heidi Broussard's case? Murder charge. Yes, I just posted, I think that Megan was charged. I think I just posted that. I won't post it again. Yeah. Capital murder filed in the Broussard case. There you go. Just as somebody was asking about it, I think it had just popped up right before they asked. Edna. Yeah, I don't know if I mentioned this last time we had a live, but in the ID on the ID channel for the Aaron Hernandez, or on the second day of the episode 2, I think it was called. It's a 3-episode one. It's not the Netflix one, it's the ID one. Our footage is in that one. You can tell it's ours because it says Law News at the bottom, an L and an N. That was what we were before we became Law and Crime. And then at the very top, on the top left, there's a little sticker or little black thing that says Court Chatter on it. That was some of the stuff we did when we Court Chatter and Law and Crime came together. The Aaron Hernandez footage. The one where he shot the guy in the eye. I think that was the Jose Baez one. Yes, that was before the quote unquote editor was good, was better. The editor's editing has gotten better. The editor being, I don't know. I don't know who the editor is. uh, for the one I'm talking about with the Aaron Hernandez, that's the ID. What's it called again? Oh my! Investigative discoveries. I just call it ID. Investigation discovery. Is that right? Or however you say that. It's on that channel. You can, if you have cable, you can probably get it on demand. It's a 3-part series. Yeah, I don't really like to mention that network. Yes, ID. That's one of the reasons, LDOT, that I keep taking, or for a while I was deleting all the posts about them in the other chat, and because it's Dan's Law News Network, Law Crime Network is Dan's baby, and so I kind of feel weird about other networks being mentioned. So that's why in the other room I take those out. I've stopped doing it because it made some people mad that I was taking them out. But hey, like I always say, it's sort of like going to grandma's house and telling everybody how good Aunt Mabel's bread was. uh, uh, yeah, I don't care over here. It's okay. I mean, I do peek at that one every now and again, but then I get the guilt and stop. Like, no, can't be looking at this. Gotta turn this off. Just to kind of get an idea of what's going on. But anywho, I think I'm gonna go eat some dinner. And we'll see everybody in the morning, bright and early, same time as this, the usual time for the trial. They go by late time o'clock in that courtroom. Everybody's giving the judge a hard time. I don't see the judges really being the problem in the trial as far as time and all that. I think there's an issue with getting the jurors in and out. I think behind the scenes, they may have an issue with getting jurors where they need to go. Sometimes it takes quite a bit to get the jurors from their jury room, like the jury lounge or whatever, to the actual courtroom. You don't know how. So I'm thinking that could be part of the problem. It's been I think the judge has not done too bad at all. We've seen worse. Oh, there had to be, yeah. Today was a sidebar day because they had to do proffers and deal with that. And then the thing that I had that I didn't like is that we didn't get to hear them ask Donald Hartung if he wanted to testify. We didn't get to hear that. That was by their choice because they did it in a sidebar, and we have the sidebars. Those are muted out by by them. There's nothing we can do about that. Sidebars don't get sound. But I did keep that part in the footage. That little part where he put his hand up and stuff. I left that little bit in there. Just a little bit of it. Yeah. Because right after that, the very first thing that the defense said was that they rested. Yeah. I kind of had a feeling that he would, on the advice of his counsel, not testify. So, yeah. Okay. Well, everybody have a good evening, and I will see you all in the morning, bright and early. Yeah. That's how it was in the background. Danette says, I was chasing doodles around the East Coast. We were going crazy trying to keep up with that. It was coming at us. That was awesome. That was awesome is a bad thing to say, but it's nice, working, trying to get that out, the info out to everybody. That was just crazy how that was going. But anyway, love and kisses. See you in the morning. And we are out.